Salon don't witness so many insecurities, so many fracas, and at the center of all of that, now with Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Larry Lawrence Lima. Today, A.P. Thomas, I want to talk to you about the past 15 days, from the 15th of January to the 1st of February. Within 17 days, the calamity will befall we nation. Within the space of 17 days, I want to talk to you, bring your attention, especially the government and President Bio's attention to the plight of citizens, the sense of insecurity where citizens in the face under the leadership of we Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Larry Lawrence Lima. To start with, on the 15th of January last month, there was a fracas between the two major political parties, the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party and the major opposition All People's Congress Party. As usual, these two political parties no go give anybody freedom in this country for rest. But what happened, what not happen, those details are irrelevant. What Sierra Leoneans then concerned about is that the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs was engulfed into that particular incident. And what happened where that incident they happened, where you call the Deputy Minister, as you can see in this video, reportedly take out AK-47, they shoot live while it is drive at an illegal speed limit throughout the vulnerable people. All around them, they drive very fast and they pull out AK-47, they shoot while they're driving. Whether to disperse the protesters or whatever, it doesn't matter. It is illegal and no sensible person should condone it because it's a matter of life and death. So this happened on the 15th of January. Now you go say, okay, with Deputy Minister don't involve in so many dramas, so many illegalities, so many issues already surrounding him. Out of all the other ministers in this country, now he always the outside trouble they happen. It's not a coincidence. Now, with Deputy Minister, now the people and the minister and the minister and deputy, they in charge of all the issues. And we don't see with Deputy Minister sit down on national television and defend Arata in Togri against Sierra Leone. As he say, Arata, this was his statement. Arata, now a member of SLPP. So when he spoke as a PRO for SLPP as well. So he doubles as a PRO and a deputy minister. How conflicting can that be? So he speaks for defend Arata. Now, for an ordinary Sierra Leonean which do and won't be sure say anybody when they serve in a public office, if for serve the general interest, for go defend somebody, we go pour acid on somebody in a year in not to think where you expect a deputy minister, where they in charge of police and law enforcement of the country, for go sit on national television and defend a person. Now you go say, okay, we had a riot on the 15th of January. We say this same minister pull gun. Then we get another incident on the 28th of January. We say SLPP members they reportedly burnt a car and vandalized property, and nothing came out of it. By the way, nothing. There is not a single arrest that I am aware of that has occurred since then. Now you can see that they all on fish, but let things then cool down small. No, it did not stop there. On the 1st of February, the first Saturday of the month cleaning, let me tell you what happened. But then they gather around. There is so much unemployment, especially amongst the youth in this country. It is so sad. It's very sick. You get over 70% unemployment among youths only in this country. So what did the boys do? They try to make ends meet. On Saturdays, they go around, congregate, and help certain communities to clean up so that they will get a small thing for it. That is what these boys were doing at Juba Hills. And one of the boys that were involved in this thing, then call him Ali Foster. Ali Foster go there with his friends, then clean up, so they were paid some amount of money. So what happens when they were paid that amount, then get confusion on how to share this money. Not knowing that this confusion would end up so they map in front of with Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Larry Lawrence Lima in compound. This is not a crime, by the way. It is perfectly legal to stand or walk on the street wherever. You understand? It's not trespassing of any kind. The opponents, when they argue, So Lion Lawrence Lima in bodyguards them reportedly asked people whether they move away, but because they want to argue about money, they don't even care about these guys. They are not there intending for that. The bodyguards of Lion Lawrence Lima reportedly shot one of these boys, shot among the boys, and wouldn't have the possible the bullet cage. Now Ali Foster, a minor for that matter, he's not an adult, he's a minor. Then shoot Ali Foster, then broke in left leg. In left leg was broken straight away. In Ledoi, they bleed like an animal. What happens next? Lion Lawrence Lima called the police officers. He called the police officers in Nakungu Cross, tell them, say, he did under attack. Then he called the media. He tell them, say, he did under attack. Imagine, this same guy. And then he posted on Facebook, say, he did under attack. This same guy, when bodyguard and don't shoot that boy, they bleed for his life. You understand? This perpetrator don't become the victim. He presents himself as the victim. Now the man will get SSD and get bodyguards. These boys don't have it. Lion Lawrence Lima, in an interview where I show you, you will watch him. Lion Lawrence Lima claims he sent him brother for goodbye to pop. Now when brother tell us say this incident occur. First things first, as a government minister, you know say businesses don't operate during the cleaning hours. And if you send your brother, the incident occur around 11 o'clock, you sent your brother, it is in itself a contradictory. It contravenes the government policies for make sure say everybody focus on cleaning in itself. So the bogus claim that he sent him brother for go, then brother can't tell him, and at the same time he said by the time they know you don't see the one in the Russian and compound, those times and he hear gunshot. You understand? And all of the sort you don't call all more police officers them, you don't call the media and everything, you don't present himself as the victim. And what we find out, Ali Foster na a driver. He's a driver. He's not a murderer. He's not a looter. He's not APC. He's not a criminal. He's an ordinary driver who try to make ends meet on the first Saturday of the month by cleaning people's yard so he gets some token. Now, I want to bring some very detailed facts to your attention. Number one, the police officer we attend him, the regional commanding officer of Freetown West, Ambrose Suvula. Here is what he said. At the beginning, he said, "People boy, they live na the east. Now east they live na Kisi." He said, "They begin for wonder or ponder. I don't know what he's going about. From Kisi to here, what he can do now? Why should people be restricted? If you come on a Kisi, what if now somebody in OC go sleep? You get a friend in the house when you sleep around in the west. What if that is the case? Have you wondered? So this now police officer, we're supposed for enforce law. We're supposed for protect lives and properties. The first statement where you make now in defense of the internal affairs minister, deputy minister Lion Lawrence Lima. You understand? That is the number one bias. He say, you wonder why the bobo for Kanaya? It's the only way now the east if Kanaya can make confusion. You understand? The bobole do they bleed. He says nothing about it. Lion Lawrence Lima will protect it days, you know, and relax. They're even involved in cleaning. Relax. You understand? So these are the kind of law enforcement officers, the way we get in this country, where we entrust with safety and security into their hands. The number two thing, even the Amnesty International don't acknowledge, say, the police then use lethal force and then can get so many other crowd control measures with them for don't use, when for don't involve a result into somebody getting shot, somebody in leg broken, somebody bleeding, somebody lying down hopelessly like a dog. This guy, Ali Foster, is a citizen. Lion Lawrence Lima is not better than him according to our constitution. Everybody is equal under the law. You understand? And this same Lion Lawrence Lima, he go to a radio station, he go to a television station, he speak. Where this riot happened on the 28th, Lion Lawrence Lima been in a television, they speak about the riot. Nobody else know that they will not put anybody else for Sudan. In contrast, for the radio TV stations, then you understand, and I blame AYV for this, because anytime when an incident happen, when Lion Lawrence Lima don't do bad thing and invite him at the television station by himself for make he can present himself as the victim. Nobody else comes. People like us should be there to actually ask this guy and challenge him on some of those issues. You understand? But instead, they bring him and they interview him and he pleads his case and presents himself as the victim. Now, the same thing happened when he pulled the AK-47. Now, rioters them on the 28th. And on that interview, now AYV, he say, in a military man, people have knows in a military man, and go defend himself and so on. And less than 17 days later, in security guards and don't shoot Ali Foster Nagate. We busy they will not even go inside yard. You understand? These are the issues that you and I should be concerned about. Forget party politics. Forget APC, SLPP, C4C, or whatever. Let we think about the national interest, the safety. What if Ali Foster was your brother? What if he was your son? What if he was your nephew? You understand? You have to think about that. Safety first. This man there in a position where they command police force, they command law enforcement throughout this country. He in that position. How can he be the victim? How can he be the victim when Ali Foster they shoot him? You understand? And I understand reportedly the SSD officers they prevent passerbys. You know, Sierra Leoneans were kind-hearted people. They prevent passerbys, then when them one can help them about for rescue and because they were already bleed. They say, no, they left until the police arrive. Really? Left until the police arrive, the boy is bleeding. You understand? And that was what the incident happened on the 1st of February. The boy imparents them. Ali Foster imparent, they not be able to get access for see Ali Foster even up to the 4th. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 4 days later, they not able to see them picking. We admit they were prevented from seeing their child who was shot by the deputy minister's Lara Lawrence Lima's bodyguards. You understand? So this is the kind of disadvantage we country they suffer. And when you talk and say, hey, take it easy, or this man can arrest, there is a sense of fear in the community because of Lara Lawrence Lima in the things they were involved in. It's been involved in several controversies since assuming the office of a deputy minister of internal affairs. In fact, not everybody minister said. You don't hear about the minister. All you hear about in this country, the only minister you hear about this country, where they create, always involved in fracas, always involved in so much turmoil. Now, the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Lawrence Lorima. Here is my message to you. My message to you is that as a Sierra Leonean, it doesn't matter what lies ahead. Some of us have to make the sacrifice. We need to stand up for what is right. Lawrence Lima doesn't own Sierra Leone. SLPP do not own Sierra Leone. APC they don't own Sierra Leone. You and I, Sierra Leone belongs to each and every one of us. Whether you're a minister, whether you're a president, whether you're whatever. President Biodo assures say, Ingo lead constitutionally. We want to see it manifested in his ministers and deputy ministers. We cannot have the deputy minister always surrounded by controversies, confusion, and misuse of power. We cannot see the deputy minister always in the middle of outright abuse of power and authority. So today, my fellow civilians, I call you for stand up in whatever way you're able. I call you for stand up in your community, for voice out your disgust in all these events that will not happen over the past 17 days. This is unacceptable, and no man in their right mind should accept this. Thank you for watching. P. Thomas. Let me get your view. Please share it with you. Bye for now.